Okay, this is the second start now. Things just keep being so weird for me. So I can talk as long as I want today, and I'll tell you why. So, gotta go back a little bit, recap this phone situation. I knew something was up. I knew something was weird because it said I was full, 2 terabytes, and my phone was full. And all I was phone as pictures and videos. So I was like, okay, this is weird. And then it was shutting my phone down. I couldn't do anything. It kept saying my phone was too full. It wouldn't let me do anything. You couldn't even go in and erase emails because it would just put up this thing. You need to clean out your storage. It's like, motherfucker, I'm trying. God damn. So then, I spent all day, all fucking day, and deleted, and it was emotional as shit. And I deleted, like, I don't know, 4,000, 5,000 pictures, like hundreds and hundreds of videos. So I go in and I do all that. Didn't even clear one bit of space. I was like, how is this possible? I take half of everything out. It didn't clear any space. So I was like, okay, something is wrong. Something is glitching. This doesn't make any sense. So then, I was trying to go in and it said that I had all these apps. All these apps. Don't fucking put apps on your phone. All this shit like, oh, download this app, download this app. You can't get them off. My phone anyways. I don't know. Maybe some people can get them off easy, but not off this phone. So I spent hours and hours trying to get the apps off. Impossible. So then I finally call. First I was texting the Apple help tech people or whatever. And then it was by text. It was through text, through the whole thing for hours. Oh my gosh, I felt like I had tendonitis by the end of it. And got me nowhere. Every single thing the person tried. And it was so frustrating. They kept saying the same shit over and over. I was just like, okay, this is mental. Go through all of that and got nowhere. He couldn't fix anything. He was just at the end. He's like, okay, something's wrong with your phone. It's glitching or something because it should have this. It should be able to do that. So something's wrong with your phone. So he said he had an appointment with the Apple people. He made me an appointment, which, I'd already driven to town to T-Mobile because I was going to try and get a different phone. And so when I went there, drove all the way to town, get there right when it is opening. It was like 10 minutes after it opened or something. Well, he hadn't opened it, and he still hadn't opened anything, and he did not want to work. So anyways, all of that stuff. Then go to the Apple store. Oh, wait, in between there, I started working on the iCloud. So I started deleting all of this stuff out of the iCloud to free up space. It did nothing. Took half the stuff out, did nothing. Didn't free up any space. So then I had my phone full and my iCloud full. No matter what I took out, it didn't free up space. Couldn't take off apps, so you couldn't do anything. Then I went to the Apple store thinking, okay, this is it. It's finally going to be fixed. Hours and hours, every day. Still is so sick of me. Because all day, every day, at least 5 days, I have been on my phone with my face buried in it, just deleting and deleting and deleting. It's so time consuming. And so then, so I had the iCloud all cleaned up. I had my phone all cleaned up. I had, all these pictures out of it, and nothing changed. So then I go to this Apple appointment, which ends up being, it wasn't an Apple appointment at all. It was with the Geek Squad at Best Buy, who said, oh no, they send you here so that we can look at it. And then if we can't fix it, then you have to go to Linwood, an hour away, to go to the Apple store, and you have to have an appointment. But they'll stay with you. They'll fix it. Don't you worry. It will get fixed. I was like, how many things have I already done? And it just goes round and round and round. So the good information I got from this fella, which is so weird. The more when I talk to people, the more I see they don't really hear you. They don't hear what you're saying. They've got already a script playing in their head. So we don't really communicate with one another. We all truly are living in our own realities, like trying to talk to the people about the clouds and stuff. in their mind, they only see the sky that they imagine. So they can't see what you're talking about. It's so weird. And I'm telling you, that 2018, seeing those pictures, one nice thing too about going through the pictures, well, there was some nice things, but I'm going to get to that. Hold on. I got to try and stay in order. Okay, so the information the Apple guy gave me, I didn't think, because I was like, okay, well, couldn't I just clear my phone out? So I was trying to ask him, what do I do if I just take all of this stuff, put it over here, then wipe my phone? How do I keep it from going back onto my phone? And so he said, well, you have everything is backed up in your iCloud right now. You could delete every single thing off of your phone and it's all on the iCloud. So you don't have to worry about anything. And then when you sign in to the phone, you just don't, he said, he kept saying, well, you're going to just have to go to the Apple place. They'll help you do it. They'll help you do it. And so I kept asking him questions. Yeah, but what about this? What about that? And I'm thinking, they send you phones in the mail. You have to do this shit by yourself. So why do I need to go to the Apple store? Just fucking tell me the steps, dude. And so, you know, he just kept brushing me off. Oh, I've only got 20 minutes with you, and 15 of that was spent on the person before you. So you use your time. There's already people behind you. Like, I am in hell. I am literally in hell. So, and I know we are. I fucking know it. So I go, driving home. And so, you know, I'm always talking to my higher self, my guides, whoever y'all think we're talking to. I'm always talking to them. And so, you know, they start pointing out to me like the positives of what was going on, because I was just like, oh my God, I've wasted gas 2 days. I've wasted time. I should be with Stella. Like, I'm just like going through it. I'm just like, oh my God. And I know people have real problems. People don't think like phone things are any problem. But this has become like a big part of my life. This has become, you know, important to me, this content creator. I love it. I have so much fun doing it. And, you know, I just enjoy it. Even if nobody's listening to me, at least I'm speaking my truth. I'm putting it out there. I'm being real. I'm putting myself out there. You know what I mean? So, but it is frustrating. You know, it's frustrating when you go and you say stuff and then, you know, nobody sees what you say. And then, you know, 6 months later, you say somebody say the same thing you said, and then they get 10,000 views. And it's like, oh my God, I don't know. But that's ego, wanting to be recognized, right? So anyways, so they're pointing out to me and they're telling me what to do. And they always tell me what to do. And so they said to separate the stuff. Put all of my videos onto iCloud and put all of my photos onto the phone and separate them. And then see what happens with the storage. And then there was more options. They were telling me a bunch of stuff. Okay, then you can do this, and then you can do that. You know, so they were telling me that. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. We got this. We got this. No problem. So I get home right away. I'm back at it. So I went into my phone, deleted all of my videos, and they were all on the iCloud. So I took them all off of there. Then I took all of the photos off of the iCloud. So I just deleted the photos out of the iCloud and I deleted the videos off of my phone. And then it freed up all this space. Suddenly I went down to where I was not even using 100 gigabytes or something. I mean, it dropped completely down. My phone, it said it was using like 8 gigabytes or something. It was like everything was so small. And so then I was like, oh my gosh, so maybe I fixed the glitch, because now that I've separated them and it had that big jump, so maybe now everything is fixed. So I was going through all these different things. And at the same time, I had already started asking online about getting a different phone. And because of when I went on and looked at the storage, it was still this, all the storage was just these old apps. And I was like, how the fuck do I, there was just all these things where I was like, okay, I need to upgrade my phone. For one thing, I keep talking about the colors and the sound and stuff. Like, I think there's things that are funky on this phone. So I was like, I probably need to upgrade since I use my phone so much for doing this. So I was messaging that. I thought I'll just see how it goes. And so that, you know, I started with that. And then it was something. I was messing with my phone, and I went, I kept being on hold for so long. I'm not shitting you. I think I was on the phone from 2 in the afternoon till 8 o'clock at night doing this phone situation. I'm not shitting. I'm not exaggerating how time consuming this has been. And the weird thing is how much it's pulled me away from what I've been doing. And I know that's on purpose. I know that everything happening is exactly happening the way it's supposed to happen. No doubt about it. And it's all on purpose. But then you're like, okay, what am I supposed to be learning here? What am I supposed to be learning here? There's a lot. So then I went, so I'm talking to them, and I'm on my phone, and I think, well, I keep going in and checking, I keep going in and looking at my phone. All my pictures are there. I keep going in and looking at my iCloud. All my videos are there, and I'm just feeling like, oh my God, I'm so smart. I'm so lucky. I got such good guides. So I was feeling all confident and cocky. And then, so I'm keeping on hold, and I check my emails, and Amber had emailed me. And so she was talking about all of her stuff all being wiped out of her iCloud, and all of this stuff, and she couldn't recover it. And when I'm up there talking to the Geek Squad guy, he's like, oh, that's the best way. Yeah, put it on the iCloud. I mean, it's the safest. When I was driving, I was thinking, okay, because all of this shit makes me really uncomfortable. It's just out there in the cloud. It's just on your phone. Anything can disappear. Like, I've already seen my phone glitch. I've already had enough phone problems to know. Plus, someone could steal your phone. I was just like, man, I just don't know. But it seemed like the smartest thing was to put them the way I did it. And so, and Amber's messaging me, and she had said that had, all her stuff had been wiped out. And it just gave me this feeling. So I went in and I checked again, and my stuff was still there. And I was like, okay, you're just getting paranoid. You're just getting worried. And I started doing something else. And then something else drew me back. I can't remember what it was. I was going to be like really spotty. These days have been so emotionally draining. Oh, I can't even tell you. So then for some reason, I went back and looked again at my stuff. And, I was trying to, because I had 2 terabytes, but I was not using it. I could go down to the smallest amount of iCloud now. So I was going to go back and take it out, and then I reduce my amount of iCloud, because it was, I don't need all that. And so then when I was doing that, I went back and looked. Every fucking thing is gone. Every motherfucking thing was gone. And I was on the phone. I was on hold. And also texting my daughter at the same time. And so I go in and I look. And it was like, it hit me so hard emotionally and like physiologically. Like, I felt all my hormones, all my emotions. I just got this rush where I couldn't even, it was like I couldn't even think. I was just like in a total panic. And so I'm just like, what the fuck? And plus I'm like about to be in tears. It's like, I have chronicled this fucking awakening. I've been awake, chronicling this awakening, explaining to people what's going on, and every fucking thing is gone. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my God. So I go on my phone, all my pictures gone. 5 fucking pictures somehow on the iCloud and on my phone. 5 weird, random pictures that aren't even pictures of anything. They're just these weird pictures are on both things. Almost like somebody was saying, yeah, we got you. I was just like, what in the holy hell? So then I immediately go to my YouTube, go to my TikTok. Have they been wiped too? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, somebody is fucking with my shit. It was so fucking emotional to do that. Like, I mean, right away my guides were coming in because I was falling apart. Seriously, I was about to lose my fucking mind. And they told me a bunch of stuff where I was like, okay, yes, okay. And I got myself calm. And at the same time, my daughter's like, step away from your phone. You're going to mess something up. Well, I'll look into it because she's at a baby shower. I swear, she's always fucking busy. So then I'm just like, okay, I'm going to stay positive. It goes on the iCloud says the stuff can be recovered, but you have to do it on a computer. So I asked her to go on her computer and recover it. So she said that she would. Hasn't done it yet, but she said she would. So I still have hope that somehow my stuff's going to be found back. And I did get a phone, which, so I got the new Pro Max phone, and they're like $1,100, and then they gave me $800 trade on this one. So I'm only paying a couple $100 for the new phone. So, and right now I've got nothing but storage. Like, it is completely empty, everything. It is the weirdest fucking thing to go in and look at my stuff, and it's just gone. All the videos of Stella when she was a little baby. Oh my God. And I told you, I was like crazy with photos of Stella, photos and videos of Stella, like every move. But then when I went in there and I was looking at pictures, I had so many pictures of her just sleeping. I was like, oh my God, I am a nutcase. I am seriously a weirdo, but it's okay. But, from what I understand about this, because I'm seeing all these people talking about like the Anne wreck, and so 2 weeks before, another whistleblower, their car, they had just messaged somebody. I can't remember this person's name, but I'm sure it would get flagged. But just, you can watch out for this stuff. But 2 weeks before, he was exposing something. He was had something, and he messaged somebody. He said, oh, I've got something big, real big, and it's about to, I can't remember how he expressed it, but something, it was big, and he's got it, and he's about to blow the whistle, blow the shit wide open. So he, driving that night, his car flips over and bursts into flame. They are doing this shit. Like, when I had seen, when Anne left the wig thing, she started driving, and she was going super fast, and she wrecked into some apartments, and all these people came out and were trying to help her get out of the car, and suddenly she took off again, and she's driving recklessly, hitting into things, and then slammed into another apartment. It looks like a house, but they said it's, I don't know. This story is so convoluted at this point, I swear. And I still think there's a good chance that she was taken by the good guys. That's my theory. But so she, the other guy, I think he could be dead. I mean, he may not have had protection. I don't know. But his car flipped over, and he was in it, supposedly, and it burst into flames. Hers didn't. You can see she's not burned when you see the footage. But think about it, like, if she's driving all crazy and stuff, that sounds like somebody else is steering the car from outside somewhere else. And, that could have been what she was, it wasn't even her driving. And they could have, like I said, in the parking lot when she left the one place, this guy came up and was trying to talk to her, get close to her or something. And he could have sprayed anything. He could have, they've showed it in the movies. They can jog past you and barely rub up against you, and some little tiny needle prick goes in and poisons you, and you're dead in a couple seconds. Which is also, when you think about that, why in the fucking hell do they need a goddamn head pincher offer to put people to death on death row? And we got to get away from this fucking death row shit. The prisons are all public or privately owned. These motherfuckers are creating this violent society, and then they're putting people in prison, mostly black people, of course, because that's what they're trying to destroy, the darker cultures. They want to destroy them. They want everything whitewashed. They want us to be droids. And like, fucking hell, look at some of these white people. What they do, they fucking become droids. The baby shower, I asked, oh, what's she having? Oh, they're non-conforming. I wanted to say, you were a tomboy, but it wouldn't be like, yeah, but I didn't want to be somebody different. These people do. It's like, but it's all a fucking game. It's just to get them on drugs. Why can't you all hear what I am saying to you? And, it's just like, oh my God. They would just have, and yesterday I heard a fucking tragic story. So apparently a woman went in to get her baby circumcised, sitting out in the waiting room. The doctor comes out, hands her baby back after 3 hours when they said it would be a 20-minute procedure, handed her baby back, and she takes the baby home, opens the diaper, it's full of blood, and he had cut off the baby's penis. Baby has no penis anymore. It's gone. Didn't even say a thing. No worries. Here, take it. I don't know what to do with it. I mean, they are fucking slaughtering these little things. They don't give a fuck, man. You know, and I know the med beds, like I just saw a long video a couple days ago, really long, nice video explaining everything about the med beds. Like the ones that they have these energy things, whatever the EES, those beds, the ones that I went to, those ones would be great if we had them all in our house and we could have them daily. But just to have it where you don't have access all the time, it's not strong enough to really make a big difference. You know, I mean, my eyes aren't healed, and you know, Stella's still got a lot of issues. But I think, you know, if you had a place where you could raise your vibration every day, I do totally believe in that. And I know that that's what the other med beds, only they're way more higher tech because they're military grade. And in that video, it said that they had disclosed everything about these med beds in these sci-fi movies, which I had fucking even shared a video about that and said, this is med beds and they're putting it in the movies because that's what they fucking do. And the movies I have watched in the past couple days, because I keep putting on these Lifetime movies, every time that I have a fucking break, it's just like, I just need to just do nothing. I just need to, I can't do anything. Can't go on I can't do anything. My brain is fucking melted. So these Lifetime movies, I got a nice little fucking vein of Lifetime movies, true stories on YouTube. And every motherfucking one, full on disclosure, every motherfucking one. I just finished this one. I had Patty Duke. They're all old. Patty Duke. And she's married to this guy. She, you know, was just a housewife, where just so many of these where the husbands just don't give a shit about their wives, just could care less. You're just somebody who cleans my house, and if we're going to go out in public, you better put on the pretty dress I said, fix your hair the way I said, because I'm not going to be seen with you. Some of these wives are treated like purses. Like, you got to go with my outfit. Dude, I just, and I feel the empathy. I never had it that bad. Well, I don't know. I've definitely been, I've allowed that treatment of my own self to just be nothing but, you know, somebody's purse. So anyways, in this one, she, when her husband and her split up, there's all this stuff about the courts and stuff. So that's what she's exposing. She starts exposing the judge, and this is all true, the judge who had another family, had 7 illegitimate children, and was living a complete double life. But he was the judge who was making the decisions, the moral decisions for other people. He would decide who got what in the divorce, and he was fucking all these women over. He didn't give a shit. And he was just like, I'm the one in power, so you don't, fuck off. He was so fucking criminal. And then she goes to, I don't think it's called the DA. I think it's called something else, the ones that are over them. I keep hearing them. I think it's more like Durham, those kind of people that, I can't think of what they're called. But they are higher up than just like the DA or something, I think. But I could be wrong. But so she's there talking to an official, trying to get them to investigate the judge. No, it's a boys' club. Showed all about that. Then she went to the media, try and get them to expose it. And the media, the editor got a call. Oh no, can't talk about that. So it shows all the way that they just create the illusion by using each other. And it all goes all through our judicial and everything. I mean, it has been right in front of our faces. And the stuff that we've been willing to accept is just, it's insanity, really. I mean, right now, there's a lot more people who are done accepting. I saw a post just a minute ago where it said that 2 million families have left the government education system now. 2 million families want more. And the stuff that is going on is so absurd. The stuff in schools is so absolutely absurd. Like I said, everything has to get extreme and absurd to wake some people up. And you have a huge amount of people who are waking up to the thing and pulling out like, oh, hell no, you're going to do that. Hell no, you're not going to do that. You're not going to tell my kids that. And tell, I mean, they're telling kids to keep secrets from their parents, to rely on the school, not their parents, all sorts of shit. Like, it's such fucking programming. It's fucking nonsense. But there's so many people who are still willing to accept it. Yesterday, after I did my quick little video, I forgot, I did go in the comments. I don't know if anybody saw it, but Allison Coe had posted a video of a session. So I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I used to always listen to her sessions until people attacked her and she quit doing it. So now, but she shared this one and it was quite clear why she shared it to me. But I've been following her for a long time. And so in this one, if you haven't seen it, she talks to a guy who's just talking about what's going on right now. He went into these other lives where he went into like the inner earth. He was going, like, he went to 3 different ones or something. And one of it was within the inner earth, and that was these little, I don't know, elemental kind of beings or something, like fairies and stuff. I think they're called the Fae. I don't know. It was some small people. And they were kind of like, oh, we don't want anybody to find us. Go away. Don't leave us alone. But there was somebody there who knew him and started talking to him. And then he went to these other ones. But so he kept doing these things about like inner earth. And so she'd be like, well, what is on the outside? So it was going through all of this stuff. So it gets to the point where he says that everything it was like everything was still and quiet. There was nothing on the earth. And so she's like, is this before we came? And he goes, no, it's happening right now. Everything is ending and it is going to start. It's got to restart. And so she said that, so she's asking him questions. So I'll just kind of basically tell you what the stuff he said. So he says that he thought it seemed like around September that something happens energetically. Like there's such a buildup of energy. And I've heard this over and over. Our energy sends out the pulse, and the pulse comes back and makes this shift. And he was talking about all of this energy that's coming in right now from like these CMEs and stuff like that. It is preparing us. So some of us are working on ourselves. We're working on our vibration. And we're preparing ourselves, like we're raising our vibration. We're being present in the moment. We're being mindful of our own actions. We are being forgiving, loving, kind, those kinds of things. So, everybody who's working on that is raising their vibration. So all of this energy that's coming in, that's high vibration, then we can kind of muffle it easier. We can kind of carry it. But I'm telling you, it's a motherfucking bitch, man. I can't believe how intense this energy is. Maybe it's because I've been doing all this really intense shit while it's been going on. But oh my God, my stomach is still a mess. My body, it feels weird. Stella's, I know hers is too. And I can tell her consciousness is becoming more like, I feel like her and I are having full-on conversations. It's trippy. And she lets me know stuff. Like it's weird. But I can see these things evolving, say. So, and that is the raising the vibration. And then the stuff comes in, you deal with it. And so it is raising us more. It's preparing us for this big thing that's going to happen, this big energy that's going to go. And so this one was saying when the energy comes in, a lot of people won't be able to handle it, which we've heard over and over and over. Those people will be taken off planet. And the rest of us are going to take it. And it's going to feel like, it's going to feel kind of like an intense kind of energy, but it's going to also feel blissful. They said when this guy was saying it feels like home, feels like, because it is closer to our own vibration. Like this vibration, I'm telling you, is hell. And I've seen so many people talk about that now. about we are in hell and we're trying to ascend out of hell. And there's so many people who are still trapped in hell. And you can see that's how hell works. But in this guy's thing, he was talking about that this is a test. We are all just here testing ourselves, and that we're taking it way too serious. We're getting all caught up in the game, like, and partly we need to be here enjoying our lives, but we're showing ourselves who we are, basically. And we're healing and stuff, but we're shifting and we are expanding. But this is experiment, and they've told me this from the beginning, since I was a child. That was the thing they kept telling me and telling me and telling me and telling me, that we were experiment, we were being watched. And there was more stuff, but those things were so, and that everything was a lie, that and about religion and stuff. So, anyways, if they are, let me think now what I was saying. I'm getting myself all, get myself all going. But if the people who, okay, let me think for a second. So the people who are here right now, who are still asleep, they're saying, and I've heard this so many times over the past few days, that everybody's made their choice. Everybody's made their choice. There's no waking anybody up or changing their choices now. Everybody's made the choice of what they're going to do when this shift occurs. They're going to go wherever they're going to go. Some people are going to go off planet, apparently, and go to another place to work on their healing, to come back to this place, which I don't know how long that could take. I mean, it could take hundreds of years. And then, but if you're in different realities, time and space is different. Like, everything is different. Right now, this morning, Stella wanted to get up early, and I felt out of it. Oh my God, even the colors, I couldn't even see right or anything. And so I let her out. And when I opened the door, it was 5, and it was pitch black. And I was just thinking, this is so weird. It was just a couple weeks ago, I'm out there holding it open. It was bright white out and birds singing, and now it's just pitch black and just dark and dreary and humid and quiet, except for the man-made noise. It's just nonstop. And I was just like, oh, this is so strange. Kind of like that we're not really in summer. Like, they're messing with time. And everybody keeps talking about they're messing with time. I've even seen people who believe in climate, all that stuff, saying something about they're adding time to the clock or something. I don't know. But I just feel like that they're doing something with the time or something. I don't even know that we can even trust what month it is or anything. I think it's all just a fucking sham. It's all so manipulated. And they've said that they could put us to sleep if they want. That's what the motherfucking satellites are for, to spy on us. Like, they can remote a car. They can be up there and look down and look in my house and see me. Like, they can do whatever they want. If they really wanted to take me out, it'd be easy. Like, they just fucking knock the tree down on my house. Like, all they do is shoot it with a fucking drone laser or whatever the fuck. Like, we've seen so many of this footage now with these laser lights coming out and then something bursting into flames. So, we know. Well, some of us do. Some people don't. Some people just... So, anyways, this guy was talking about that there's a lot of people who stay on the planet, that the planet just... He said it was just, like, devastated, like it was just a wreck. But then it was started to get rebuilt. And then it gets rebuilt into something that is just fantastic. He was talking about it. It was kind of, I don't remember how exactly he said it. It seems like he wanted something like little dwarf villages or something, like little villages that work with nature, kind of. Like those, that one I had heard a long time ago where I had even said, I'd be the way I'd like to live, where a guy was talking about, and this was a couple years ago, that this session, and the guy was talking about he lives in a tree and they live out on a beach, and there's a whole bunch of people that are there. Him and this girl he was with, They said he knew her in life, but they weren't a couple or anything. But in this, what he was looking at, he knew that that was his life partner, or twin flame, or whatever this term. But so and they were together in this, but they aren't together in this life that he's in presently. So we're going to have a huge shift. Something big is going to change everything. But so he was living out like in tree houses and stuff. And so this kind of matched that. Like, we're going to live, we're not going to be so intrusive on the planet. We're going to just kind of, live with it. But that the places that are built are a lot more better for the earth, is what he was saying. You can go in and watch it. I enjoyed it. It's like an hour and a half or hour and 15 minutes or something. But, I've heard this, over and over, that it's going to be different. I even heard that one saying there was going to be crystal cities. So I don't know what, I just know it's going to be different, but it's obviously going to be pretty wiped out. And I had done a post about the trees all being dead as I was going up to 542. I saw dead trees mixed in with the trees, just like here. Just dead trees mixed in all over the place. And so I was like, people don't even notice. People don't even pay any attention. But it doesn't take much for them to bring in a windstorm and all those dead trees go down, cover the roads. And then, so I had said that, and this person who lives close to me said that she lives in Seattle, and she was saying about the windstorm taking down the trees, then coming with the flood, move the mud and the water, and just cover everything up. And I said, yep, that's what they're trying to do. They're like another mud flood, because they just come in, just like, when you hear about Noah's flood, they just come in and wipe out to start a new age. Oh, and another thing this guy was talking about, when he was saying we take it too seriously, he's like, we're a simulation. He said we're a hologram, but it's more intense of a hologram than what we can imagine. It's a lot more evolved of a hologram, but we're a hologram. We're not even really here, and everything isn't real. And so he was talking about that. And it's so weird too, because when I started with my spiritual journey, which has been a long journey, very long, because it started when I was 20. So 40 years ago, before that, it was just them pushing religion. And everything I would question it, just be like, this doesn't make sense, you guys. There's just certain things that I know some of us were born here to bring certain information, and we knew stuff in our heart, and there was no convincing us of something different. And that's what I think made us different, because we didn't follow along with the story, because we know inside of our hearts that it's not right. And like I said, when it's in your inner knowing, nobody can put you fucking off your inner knowing. It's like a part of you. It's like your cells. It's like your hair and stuff. It's just you. Your inner knowing is your knowing. It's what you understand, what you understand the earth, what you understand life, all of it. It's your inner knowing. And that's why you do want to always be expanding what you know. Don't just get satisfied. Oh, I know enough. Nobody's going to tell me anything, because you have a lot of those people. Oh, so many people now, especially people who are like me, who have, woke up and started healing and, went through it, and then start trying to share their story. But you have the spiritual overlords out there who are, going to life coach people for money, and, they're on book tour, and they're out there telling you how to live and stuff. And they're just like the preachers. They're like fucking Jimmy Swaggart or something of the spiritual world. Like, I don't know them personally. I don't know their story. I don't know what they have to share. Just their own insights. It's like, your insights aren't over my insights. So a lot of people are complaining about that, complaining about like people charging and stuff. And that's where I say, when this switches going the other direction, it's going to reveal the truth to us all about a lot of stuff. The truth will be seen in certain people. And that's why so many of these people who have these channels that are just so superficial, they've got so much shit happening in their lives, to bring them into the reality that is real, not this fucking materialistic bullshit stuff that so many people focus on that isn't real. So there's going to be, and some of those people will probably be exposed for doing the work and really trying to heal. So, but there's going to be a huge switch on this exposing the truth to people. And it's going to not just be the truth about this reality, the truth about the government, the truth about all this stuff. It's going to also be the truth about each individual person. Like, you're going to be shown, you're going to be exposed. And that is where you can't go back. You have to see yourself in the mirror. And you are going to be so huge to yourself. That's why I've been talking about clean up your messes, do your healing, because it's going to be a big thing to have to see yourself. It's a difficult thing to do, and there's going to be so many people having it at once. And it's a lot to heal to see yourself. So, you know, we have all of this stuff going with all of these people, and it's getting close. Like, so many people are saying about how it's getting so close, that they can feel it. Something's coming. And, you know, I don't know, is it going to be in September? Like, it's still, to me, something outrageous has to happen. Something big has to happen to move that energy, to us to send that energy out, to have it come back. And I've talked about this since the beginning, and I thought there would be a bigger gap. But I don't know at this point. It could be because at first I thought it was going to be, you know, that this event would happen, that everybody would have to see themselves and start healing, and that was going to, all of this energy was going to send out, and then it was going to reverberate back, which was going to change everything on the planet and move us in that direction. Like, the energy would change and go the other direction. So I don't know. Is the energy going to change, go the other direction, and then wake people up, and that's going to cause it to come, the energy to go out and come back, and it's going to be just like bam, bam, all done in a week. And then all of a sudden, you know, we're all separated. We're all going different directions because some people don't want to live in harmony with the planet. They want to, you know, see what it's like to live in the line. You know, I don't get it. I don't think, like, I just don't know. I mean, this is seriously stuff that is just us trying to see. Like, when they talk about the earth splitting, when this is just a hologram anyways. But when he was saying when it goes down, like, everything goes away, that, you know, there was that other person, that last Allison Coe one that she had said, where that person said that everything is a hologram, and that it is, that's why it's glitching. It's because we are the creators of the hologram, and if we're the creators, and we're all waking up to see, like, this isn't right, that's what's causing all of these glitches and stuff. And she was saying that if it really went off, which this could be the thing that happens, if it really went off, we would see what was truly around us. And we are really just like in space, in the void, you know, it's just a void. And we create the experience for ourselves because we are creators, we're energetic creators, and we are creating experiences to learn from. We're like a jellyfish in the world, just absorbing all of these different experiences and expanding ourselves out, you know. So, oh gosh, she's asleep. So anyways, he was saying that there was a part where everything was just like gone, kind of like explaining like what that lady said, but then everything comes back, like the new hologram comes back. And he said it's spectacular. He said it's absolutely beautiful, which we're creating that. But you know what I also thought about yesterday is, like, if we're conscious creators, I mean, everything, you could just question things down, question things. You can question things till the fucking cows come home, or whatever the saying is. So I was like, well, if we're all conscious creators and we're creating this reality, and we are creating this division, just like how the awakening is mimicking the Matrix, the movie. So we are creating that from what we know. That's why they put it in movies, so that they get us to focus our energy on what they try and scare us with, because we're so scared of it, we create it. And so we are creating this division and this this splitting of these energies so that we don't have to get along, so we don't have to listen to what somebody else's opinion is and understand their perspective or how they see it. Instead, we just stay in our own belief system and not expand at all and discount anybody who's different than us, because that's what the splitting actually happens. Like, like even with somebody who is not going to tell what their gender is, they don't care because, they're non-conforming or whatever. I can understand where they're coming from. I'm not judging them. Like, I can understand. I was a progressive liberal. I thought that was being open-minded. I completely get where they're coming from. And then I completely get where the other people are coming from. So, and that's what we all need. We don't need to be judging each other. We need to open our minds and have compassion for one another's experiences and stop trying to change each other. And then, and then the people who are the most spiritual, the religious, the Jesus lovers, and they're the ones out there trying to get everybody to conform to what they say. It's like, that is not what life is about. But this is all about this experience, about us just living this experience and in the expansion of self. And so it really, to me, it made so much sense, because before, I never thought of the life as being a hologram. Never. I if somebody would tell me that, I would have thought it was crazy. No, I don't even remember when it was I started seeing it like that. I don't really remember. It seems like it was for sure over a year ago. Could have been 2 years ago. I'm so messed up on time at this point. Like, I have no clue. No clue. Supposedly it's, towards the end of August. We'll be in September soon. So I don't know. And September's supposed to be a rockin' month, but look, let's go. Let's get some shit done. Like, man. So I didn't ever think about a hologram or any of that stuff. Like, I thought we were real flesh and blood and we were a real thing. I'm just like, no, we're not. We're not a real thing. We are just a dream. We create for ourselves so that we can come in and learn. And then we take it too seriously when we get here. We don't even enjoy the fun parts. We just get all down on ourselves, down on everybody else. Just, wow, life sucks. Oh, God, it's so hard, And why can't we just go, oh, yeah, you're learning that? Like, I'm telling you, some of this stuff, in watching Lifetime movies, it's like telling all these different soul stories, and it's just like, oh my God, the tragedy and shit that souls have come in to experience, to learn from. It's like, oh my God, it's a fucking lot. And as an emotional person and empathy for pain and suffering, then oh my gosh, I have cried a lot over the past few days around my own personal stuff, about other people's stuff. It's just like, oh my gosh. And there's so much, even on the times that I have been on TikTok, there's so much struggle, so much pain, so much confusion. And just seeing these people who are just like, like, we're going to escape, like this matrix is an escape room. We're getting out of here, people. We're getting out of here. It's like, dude, you're creating this place. You are creating this place that you are trying to escape from. It's like, oh my God. But this is, I 100% see it now as a hologram, as a dream. And that really, I think, was a part of what my understanding started developing from, was just having so many dreams, especially since my awakening, so many dreams where I was really there. It was not just a picture in my head. No, I have interacted with people. I have been around people. I've met people, like all sorts of stuff. Oh my God, she's so cute. When a big giant dog, when a little dog goes on its back and starts doing that, when you see a big giant dog do it, oh my God, she just cracks me up. It's like, I don't know. She's just so cute. She cracks me up. I'm gonna miss her. I don't ever want her to go. I just want to get access to these new med beds. I felt so hopeful when they were showing that video of it. Like, it really sounds like everything's getting close. And the Gasara, the med beds. But the thing is when you hear these other things, it's like, how does it all fit? How does everything fit? We're going into the golden age. We're going into this time of abundance where everything's going back to the people. And I know Trump has said a bunch of times, the ending's not for everyone. But, you know, like how small is the everyone, you know, or is it massive? You know, how's this going? Like, how many people are going to be there for this abundance? And one thing too that guy yesterday in that one said, the same thing as I have been saying, some places are going to be hit really hard. Like, I think that there's going to be some places that are going to be gone. They're not going to be there anymore. And you know, for all I know, I'm in one of them. I don't fucking know. I know, like, if I look at the doomsday map, I'm on the edge of the mountain range, and if the water comes up, that it's so funny now how it's going around as the doomsday map, because I've been looking at this map for years now, and it was always that I had seen it was the projected naval map that Dolores Cannon talked about. Now it's the doomsday map from Forbes magazine. They've put it out. And so if the water comes up, like, I will be close to the ocean. It would be, and I do think that I can feel something changing in the air. It wouldn't surprise me at all if it becomes tropic. But, and, you know, and I don't know what's going to go on. Yesterday I did a little video just talking about that thing about, we're the creators of reality. Are we creating this division so we don't have to deal with our shit? And when I was doing it, I was just showing out the trees. I couldn't even hold my eyes open. They hurt so bad. But when they tell me stuff to say, I just got to say it. Like, I've been talking about that for a long time. So when I was doing it out the trees, oh my God, I could not believe it. Well, I noticed just sitting here how much light comes through the trees now. Like, my whole yard is lit up. And it's eerie. It's always been so dark. But so I was like, you know, and when I was out there, you know, crying with my trees, and they were kind of just like, hey, we're ready for this reset. You know, this is a struggle for us too. They're ready for something new. So to me, the energy around me, we're all ready for this, you know, something new to happen. But so I was thinking, like, if this became tropical, okay, so if the water came up all the way and this became tropical, which, I don't know, I think some of these spiders in these trees would be fucking giant, like Australia. Like, they've got spiders that are like this fucking big. And right now, I know where the spiders are in my yard, and I don't know, it's weird how they've just, you know, I wasn't having spiders all summer, and now all of a sudden I've got these spiders. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 big ones that I know of that are about, you know, big. Yesterday, one of them, he's by the hose, or she, and she had caught herself something, had it wrapped up. She's probably just sitting there eating it while I was looking at her. She was quite happy. And then this other giant one that's made this big web that goes down that I won't even go out there and walk, because I don't want to walk through it with one of those things in my fucking hair. And I've walked through so many. But a lot of those spiders are little tiny. Now, I don't want one of these big giant ones on me, even though they're smart. Like, they run from you. They're always watching you. They run from you, and they move fast. And there was a giant one out in my greenhouse, and I blew, because that's what I always do. I'll just blow like the wind on their web, and when it shakes, they'll move if they're alive. And when I did that to him, he just dropped. He's like, fuck you, like a parachuter. And I was like looking around, where the fuck did he go? Those motherfuckers move fast. So anyways, I've got those 4 that I know of, and then a bunch of these little ones. So I don't know, just stuff like that is weird. It's like out of season. And I know they want to call it climate change, but I don't know. But I still don't have the typical normal spider thing, because usually I don't just have 4. I have like 100, and all up around my house, up in every crevice that they can make. And there isn't, so there's still something weird. Yesterday I did see a squirrel out gathering. It was the cutest fucking thing. He was down. I have these I've put up these, like, the trees I cut down, I put them up as like fence kind of going around the trees. I tied them to it and stuff. So he was going on those. There was a couple that kept being knocked down, and I kept being like, how the hell are these knocking down? Well, now I saw the little squirrel. He comes down and gets on him, and then he starts tearing the bark off. Then he fills it in his mouth. So cute. He fills it in his mouth, and then he started trying to walk to not drop everything. Oh my God. It was the cutest fucking thing. Watching him do all of that stuff. It was so cute. And I'm just, I love that kind of stuff. I look forward to whatever it is that we're headed, because I know it's going to be something good. I know, this is the end of this, and it is very dramatic, and it is very hard. It's hard to watch how this is affecting so many people. And we got to really remember that this is a show. We're in a movie. We're just in a movie. And, but I can watch a movie and get really sad watching what people go through in a movie. So, watching what people go through and feeling it, I'm going to feel emotional, and I'm not going to be ashamed of my emotions. I'm not going to be hard on myself. I'm going to, allow myself to process everything that is happening here, because it's a lot and we need to process it. And you can't shame your feelings that come up. These people, I saw somebody making such a good point about this yesterday. I was so glad they did, because this is so true. I talked about this like last year. This is the thing that drives me crazy. I talk about something, and all of a sudden somebody else says it a year later, and it's like, oh, look, new news. It's like, motherfuckers, I've been talking about this a long fucking time. But, so he was saying that if you, okay, let me think of what he was saying, because now I've got myself going off in all different directions. So he was saying that, oh, God damn it, what was I talking about? He was saying that, I've totally blanked out on what I was talking about. Let me think. Okay, I was talking about going to, what that guy was saying. Like, I can picture it. It was something with a spiritual thing. And he was saying, and I said it a year ago, and he said it just now. Oh my God. What in the hell? I don't know how I just went totally blank. Sometimes I'm just like, well, I guess I'm not supposed to say that. I don't know. It'll come to me probably when I hang up. Sometimes I don't know if it is that I'm not supposed to say it, or if it is that I start panicking myself, like I'm not going to remember, and I start being like, oh, I'm taking too much time. Stop thinking. Which that kind of is just a part of me. I start getting myself panicky all the time. Like, you're taking too much time. But I really wanted to say what that guy had said about what it was. Anyways, I'm seeing all sorts of people noticing, it was something about the spiritual stuff this guy said. Okay, well, obviously I've been talking a long time anyways. I spent a lot of time talking about that phone situation, but I'm telling you, I know other people are going through all sorts of things, but this has been as draining to me as, I feel like it has been one thing after another. Quarantine, then my family stopped talking to me, then suddenly I'm crazy, then I'm isolated, then nobody can be around me because, they might get me sick, so then I'm more isolated, then Winston gets sick and dies, then Stella is sick, then it's just been like, oh my God, so draining. Then I start doing this, build up this whole library, then whatever is going on, whatever it is that they're trying to stop me from saying or talking about, or whatever it is that they're trying to keep. Now I think what I'm going to probably have to do is I'm going to have to probably buy a computer. Then once I get the computer, go in and just just go in video by video, download it, so I can try and save it. I don't know. She could recover it and go back on there. But no matter what, I've got to get it moved on to some sort of hard drive somewhere. And it's so crazy because I've got so many fucking broken computers that I just carry around because they've got files in them. It's like, I do not like this digital bullshit. It's very annoying to me, because where does your stuff go and how do you keep up with it? It's always like you're having to look for stuff. And it does have something to do with space and how much space we take up, how much space we're allowed to take up. It all has to do with our imprint. Like, think about the things that they say, our imprint. This person yesterday, there's a lot of people who are panicking about this money situation now. of what's going on, because he's already said that we're starting it in December, the NWO money situation, the Biden bucks or whatever the fuck it is, where it's all the digital currency, but you have to be compliant to get paid. And this one guy, he was saying, you won't be able to buy it. And this guy was kind of a big guy, you could tell. And he was like, you're not going to be able to buy food. You don't get to just eat what you want anymore, because it's all about our imprint. It's about, oh, well, you can't, you were on your phone 4 hours today and that used way too much electricity. We have to cut you off. So it was like all this stuff that people are talking about being scared of. Yeah, that's the shit that they will do in this reality. Why I will not be a part of it. And I'm so hopeful and so happy to see so many more people talking about, like, 2 million people leaving the school system. Thank you, God. Like, that is the hand of God. That is what people keep waiting for. There's still people. I am not shitting you. I will get a message today, I'm sure, that you just got to turn it over to Jesus. Turn it over to Jesus. Jesus is coming. He's coming to save us all. It's like, you put a lot of pressure on this dude, don't you? It's like, maybe if we all just saved ourselves, how would that work? Instead of just say, hey, guy, can you come back here and save us? And they don't even recognize the energetic imprint, the hand of God, the universal action that is taking, that is moving us in the direction of exposing all of this stuff to us so that we can see the truth, so we can see what's happening and how it all works. And yesterday there was this guy named Kramer, and there's just all of this drama going on with this guy Kramer now. And he is, he's anti-Q, anti-Trump, apparently. I don't even know. But whatever he was, there's certain people that they have like a following of a group of people, and then they kind of go against that group, and that group freaks out. Kind of like the ones where I was talking about with religion. Like, you have these people who are all religious, and then all of a sudden they start doing more investigation, and they start saying, hey, wait a minute. And they start putting out stuff, and then they get attacked. So it's kind of like that with this guy, it seems like. Like, people put way too much into what other people think. And so then they get so upset when they think different than what they thought. Like, they just get all upset. Like, how dare you? How dare you think different? So he's anti all that stuff. And so he was live yesterday. And so I went in for a minute to go and hear what was going on in this conversation. He was arguing with somebody else, and then all the comments, they were going, it was like, I don't know, I think it was like 550 people in this chat. And so all these people were talking, and I said a couple of things, but it's like, why don't you guys just see the role? You're talking about that letter in the alphabet. The role was to wake you up, to tell you, go look at this, go look at that. Hey, this is going on. Hey, you might want to pay attention. And people who did saw the truth, started sharing the truth. So, okay, that seems effective, right? That worked. The other guy, who was also a catalyst, he woke me the fuck up, And to me, these people who want more, it's like, what is your expectation? What do you want him to do for you? I mean, he's done everything to wake you up, to try and tell you, pay attention. He's done everything to show you that he's a part of whatever is going on. Like, you can't, these people are like, well, he said that you should do this. Well, you don't know how that's about to play out. Like, do we? Because, really easy. He'll come in and have these people arrested and say they lied to him. Like, it seems real simple to me. But these other people all, oh no, he's doing that, oh, and he's doing that, and oh, him and Putin, and oh my God, the stuff that, it's like, oh my God, what is y'all's expectation? But the thing that was so clear to me, these are the people who are just stuck. They wake up to, the thing that to me seems to really, really have a real tight hold on some of these people. Like, education is obviously, it's got a lot more free flow. Maybe because there's a lot more women making decisions in that, like going up to the schools, talking to their moms. I don't know. The government, I really don't even get it. It's like, what do you people want? You want to fix the election? You want to keep, Like in that conversation, they start talking about, oh, well, if we get this person in, if we do this, if we get this person and then that, and this person did, it's like, oh my God. So rather than just trying to figure out a new solution, you're just going to spend all your time trying to figure out how to fix this one instead of saying, hey, we don't need them. We don't fucking need them. We can go. Goddamn Kramer. You could be a goddamn mayor at this point. You'd build your own little fucking community and you'd have them all there with you. It's like, what is wrong with people? Why can't they see? Why do they want to hold on to these structures that are falling apart? So many people cannot take control of their own health. They think that they have to have Western medicine, and they're all being screwed over by it. One story after another of people being fucked over, just like the missing penis. And, what's it going to take? What is it motherfucking going to take? It gets absurd. It gets crazy. It becomes just outrageous. And still people don't wake up, and still people just carry on like, oh. It's like, it's so simple. It's so simple. We don't need them. Their system falls apart without us. We don't fall apart without them. We can thrive without them. They fall apart without us. All we got to do is start fucking leaving the system. Yesterday, this guy was talking. He was saying something about building communities and all of us, going out and just start building communities and stuff. I said, yeah, that's what we need to start doing. People need to start going out and staking a claim. Start building the communities. And so he starts going, well, what are you talking about? We need evidence. What do you mean? And I said, stake a claim. And so he's like, oh, so you mean blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. Like, we have homesteading rights. They're the same as squatter rights. Like, he goes, oh, no, that was the old thing. I said, no, it is present. 10 states right now are offering free land for you to come and start building communities. People just, they think, oh, well, you mean I got to go out there in the middle of nowhere? There's not anybody around, and I got to build a house, and I got to do all this by myself? I can't do that. Where's the Applebee's? How far is it to Walmart? It's like, okay, so you made your choice. You want to be in the system. You want to be a fucking slave. You'd rather just consume and buy things than to just go out and live your life. So, and I know there's a lot of us who just want to just go out and start living our life. But so this guy, and who knows what he's going to say now. I'm sure this conversation's not over because, I'm saying, like, look up the homesteading rights. Like, these are the kinds of things that they have kept secret from us. They don't want us to know about. But I found out about them because I talked to somebody whose land was stolen by a fucking squatter. And that was land in the city. It wasn't even far out. You go out and you stake your claim, like, okay, this land right here. And you can't just go out and put stakes like, oh, this is 100 acres. No, you have to actually do the work on the land. You have to actually go out and do work. You have to show you've done something. You've changed it. You've claimed it. You've made it your own. You are working in harmony now with the earth. You're doing work. You're growing. You're putting shelter. You have to do those things. That's, staking your claim is like, okay, this acre right here, I'm going to go out and I'm going to start putting in a garden. I'm going to start doing this stuff, and this part right here, start building a shelter. That's your claim right here. This is what I can take care of right here. It's not about this going out and hoarding the land and then, somebody wants to be by you, well, I'll sell it to you. We're not going to be doing that anymore. It's all been a flawed system. Somebody thinks that they can sell us something they don't own, and they can mark it up, and they can do all this stuff with inflation and stuff, and it's all just a bunch of bullshit. It's what they do, and we just play along like they have rights. But the awakening is where you start going like, well, wait a minute, who gave them rights? Well, wait a minute, we have human rights. Well, wait a minute, we were born on this planet, and this whole thing about the bugs and stuff. So I guess apparently eating bugs lowers your vibration, and that's what they want to do. They don't want us to wake up. They want to keep slaves. So lowering it lowers your vibration, eat bugs. And I saw somebody explaining the whole thing, and I was like, I don't even want to eat bugs. And now so many people, like, it's in all sorts of food. If you're eating anything that is processed, read the ingredients, because people keep showing them, and there's bug stuff. I mean, all sorts of bug stuff. in the food. They've already done it. They've already started, and they've already probably been doing it. Same with the pink goo. We've been eating gross ass shit. I've got such an aversion to eating lately. It's like, it's so hard to figure out anything to eat. It's just like, oh my God, everything is so disgusting. And I've seen other people saying that too. Like, it does become a struggle. And I saw another person talking about, you really only need a few bites of food. We do not need all the food that they've been telling us to survive. I've been saying that for a long time. As part of the thing, the trick. There's literally people who think that they need all of this food, and then they're way overweight, but they need it, but then they see it as their body's failing. It's their body's problem. They're just eating the way they're supposed to. They might eat a little bit too much, but they're just doing like what everybody does, and their body's failing them. It's like, no, you're failing your body. You are playing along. You're failing your body until you go in and start recognizing what your body needs. It's part of the thing, I guess, in the awakening of what people choose, and they choose to not acknowledge the avatar. They just want to play in the game, play in the system. So, I don't know, but it is, I do think it is true. We do have to try and, she keeps having these big, long slobbers, and they're really mucusy. I gotta clean her. Anyways, we just did 11 all the way across. Well, ones all the way across. But anyways, we all have to make our choices. We have to see things clearly, and, all these people who aren't. But I think as we're, oh no, see why I gotta catch it. She just shoots it somewhere. And I can't see good. Okay, so anyways, I just think it is important to remember that this is a hologram. This is a movie. We're just here playing in a movie. We don't know what all is going on. We don't know what all is going to happen. But, that's kind of the fun of watching a movie. You don't know. And you don't know when and how it's going to happen. You're on the edge of your seat. And we're definitely, fingernails dug into the chairs at this point. But just remember, that's all it is. We don't have to get so caught up, because it is emotionally draining. Just losing all of that stuff yesterday. It was emotionally draining, but then it was freeing at the same time. It was weird. It was like I was so sad and so free at the same time. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen about anything. I do know that, my guides tell me a lot of stuff about, why things happen, and, go in and just question yours when things are happening. Just talk to them like they're people. You don't have to talk out loud. You can talk with telepathy. Yesterday, after all of that stuff was going on, I was so drained. Everything was going on, and I was on the phone till motherfucking 8 o'clock with a phone person. Then my house was full. It was motherfucking full. I went into the bathroom, and I was combing my hair, and I kept seeing somebody standing there, and I kept seeing them and seeing them. They were really, really big, and they kind of had like white or blondish hair. Like, I could see them really, really good. But then when I turned to look, they'd go away. And then I started seeing all sorts of things. They were just running around. There was there was several people. Then I started being like, oh, I knew it was something with these men in black things again. I know this sounds just really crazy, but it is not ghost. It is not just ghost. And then plus, you can tell, like, there's an energy. There's a, like, they kind of laugh. Like, kind of like they're dicks. And I told them, too. I said, you guys are dicks. Like, you're against humanity, obviously, so you're dicks. And so then they decided they were going to harass me. And it was kind of like they just opened up some Pandora's box or something. It was like all of a sudden all these, like, creepy spirit things were just going all over the place. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm ignoring you all. Fuck off. And so I go get in bed, and Stella was acting really weird. She was just, she'd get up and she'd go in another room and stuff. And so I go and lay down, and she got up and she came out here. She was like, hell no, something creepy in here. She comes out here. So then they were just, oh my God, it was horrible. So I was like, fuck you guys. And I came out and I made a bed on the couch and I turned on the ocean waves and went to sleep for a while. And then after a while, she got up and went back in the other room. I think they were probably, I don't know, at some point, I think they get bored or something. I don't know. It could go into your dreams and have a standoff, like consciousness to consciousness. I don't know. But it does make me dread the night, though. It's like, what do they keep coming to harass me? Like, do they know something that I don't know? Like, what is about to happen? Like, I don't know. But I feel very harassed right now with my phone, with everything, my information, getting my information out, with somebody coming into my house at night to harass me. Like, I don't know. I'm just ready to just get a van and load up my shit, find a construction guy, come do some work on my house, and then just go travel. But it's not safe. You can't go out and just do that right now. Like, you are not safe. I mean, it is not safe out there. I guess the cops just went into a crowd in some city and just started shooting, shot 6 unarmed people or something. I guess we're under attack. And we're under attack with the weather and a big thing. And something's coming here. I mean, you can tell something's coming here. I don't know what it's going to be. If I had to guess, I would say they're definitely going to hit us with the windstorm. I thought it was going to be fires, but they've got the fires going in Oregon and probably California, probably Canada. I'm sure there's fires going all over the place. And there could even be some happening in Washington. But I think that they're definitely going to hit with the windstorm. Take down some power lines, block off roads to isolate us. Then once we're isolated, then, what are you going to do? Take off and walking across a mountain? Like, and then, they'll hit with the rain, the floods, the mudslides will come in. So, oh no, I think that some places are going to 100% be taken out, for sure. There's going to be places that are going to be taken out. Everybody who's there is going to be taken out with it. They're just going to, exit the stage. But, I don't know here. It's just kind of a wait and see. And you just got to keep yourself calm and just keep knowing that, everything's fine. And I know it's easy to get all caught up, like, oh my God, is it going to hurt? What's going to happen? Is it going to feel like, especially that one time when I had left and it felt like I went into that spinning, it was like a tornado or something. And I knew I could get spit out anywhere into any reality or whatever. It was intense. So I was like, man, am I going to be sucked back into that and start spinning again? Like, what is going to happen? I don't know. I know that we all have trauma from a lot of different past lives that we've left in a very dramatic way, pain, and, like, I'm sure I've fallen off the cliff before. So it is kind of nerve-wracking to sit here and think, because we do go through an experience when we, just as a birthing experience, the transition leaving is going to be an experience. So I don't know, but, just don't be scared and worried and fearful and what's going to happen. Everything that's going to happen is supposed to happen the way it's going to happen, and there's nothing we can do about it. So anyways, I should go. I'm excited to be able to talk again, even though I feel so free. I can talk as long as I want because there's nothing going to cut me off. But I'm still kind of sad, and I got to go talk to my daughter and see if we can do this recovery. So anyways, hopefully everybody's having a good day and everything's going smooth with everybody. But just continue to stay safe. I mean, there's a lot of people who aren't aware, and they just keep thinking they go out and live their lives like it used to be. And it's not. We're at a war. We're at a war for humanity. And it comes down to a spiritual war because they've lied to us about who we are and what we are and everything about this reality. So it is a spiritual war. And there's a lot of people who don't even know what the fuck is going on. They're not even in it. They have no idea. So those of us who do, just got to keep staying strong. And one thing I just keep finding is, like, yesterday, oh man, my phone my neck had a crick in it. After I got done, I got up and started doing like chi and stretching and stuff. Oh, and I did see somebody talking about, yoga had become like dime store. And it's true. The whole thing with yoga classes, because I've been in when you do this stuff at home and you actually go into your own stretch and you do your own breath work, and you don't have somebody saying, okay, now do this, now do that. You get into it. I'm telling you, it's much more effective. And you feel your muscles, like pull your muscles and hold them tight. Don't let them go. And then release with breath work. And I'm telling you, all that stuff really does soothe. And another thing too, I've talked about before, and I've been doing this a lot lately, is when you sigh, like I sigh, when you sigh or release energy, or you're just, you know, do it loud, do it proud, really release the energy, because we've got so much built up inside of us. So really express and let energy out. And, you know, that chi, and this is when they were really coming in, because I started building up all of this energy around me. I started building my energetic field up. And, you know, they didn't like that or something. So anyways, I better go. So I'll talk to you later. I'll be back. I'm sure I'll be back tomorrow. It's Groundhog Day. Oh, I'll be here every day. Okay, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.